Shalom, shalom, shalom. Call the lawyer Howard. Shem Yahweh Shem Yahweh. And of course, double honors once again go out to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Alright. Who through the Holy Spirit continue to teach us His truth. This is now out of the DC camp, and what do you know? This seems to be more boy, they're after this guy. And I'd often said this whole thing has been because whatever you say about this guy, and let me state this from the get-go, I'm no fan of Donald Trump. I'm no fan of any of these people, alright? But I noticed a pattern here, and for those of our people that are so engrossed in this system, that you're not seeing the forest for the trees, so to speak. This whole thing with this Democrat versus Republican setup. Hey, Sean, wanna make a video? You're so You're so caught up in this, alright? You're not seeing it for what it truly is. And the fact of the matter is they don't want someone like Donald Trump back in office. Now, this guy has slithered out, I have to put it that way, of 2 impeachments, alright? And yet still here they come after him. They don't even want him buried at Arlington National Cemetery when he croaks, alright? So this is from the Washington Examiner. It just came over the wire. It said, House Democrats introduced bill to bar twice impeached former presidents from burial at Arlington National Cemetery. Alright? Because see, here's what's going on now. With, of course, our people being so easily manipulated, so-called blacks, Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, who constitute the real nation of Israel. Without people being so easily manipulated with this political system, mainly on the Democratic plantation. Alright, so there's this constant tension between the two. Again, this is all mostly political theater. But they've got our people's minds, alright? So they get these 2 globalists in, and again our people are fooled because they think everyone with dark skin, i.e. black, is their people. No, that's not true. She went to Howard University and all this, so what? Alright, she's not your people. Alright? So now you've got the representation of the serpent and Eve again. Alright? So continuing on with this, the House, so now you're gonna, well, before I leave, let me make this point. So now with these 2 in, you're going to get passed what normally would not have been passed because Trump was not with all this COVID crap. Alright? At heart, he was a businessman. He wanted to get things back rolling. Alright? But now, since you people have fallen for the okie doke, alright, you think it was bad under Trump. See, they wanted him out of there without, and I've often said this, without having to make him a martyr. Because that would have been really bad. Alright? So now they just use the system against him. They use his own abrasive personality against him, which is what they're still doing. Alright? Wow, it's like, okay, what else? You don't even want him buried in Arlington National Cemetery when he dies. So they're still picking him. Alright? So it's only something bad that's going to happen from this. Still stoking those fires, alright? It says House Democrats have introduced a bill to ban former U.S. presidents who have been twice impeached Didn't say he had to be guilty. Just says he had to go through 2 impeachments. You see how petty this is? Alright, it says from burial in Arlington National Cemetery, in a move that would, at the present, only apply to former President Donald Trump. He's the only one. Introduced in late January, H.R. 484, dubbed the No Glory for Hate Act, would prohibit the House of federal funds for the commemoration of certain former presidents, namely those that have faced impeachment proceedings from the House on 2 separate occasions. The bill will also restrict the use of government funding to create or display any symbol, monument, or statue commemorating a twice impeached president. And it would bar the naming or redesignation of any federal building or land after commander-in-chiefs in question. Oh man. So you gotta wonder why. What the hell is really behind all this? And I offer you my take on it. And this has to be, despite whatever you think of this guy Trump, alright, he was a man. And this whole thing is around anti-masculinity, that energy out there, alright. Now, with this current administration, just came in, you're going to have all kinds of freaks, alright. That freaks come out at night no longer applies, alright. They're out 24/7 now, alright. One of the first things he did in one of his executive orders, he offered more protection for these things, alright. This is, oh my goodness, this is Isaiah. You know where I'm going. Actually, as a matter of fact, let's go here first. This is Proverbs. Again, coming off this insurrection, all right, January 6th of this year. What do you think that was? Part of that was motivated by? People are sick and tired, all right, of what they see, all right, the moral decline, more or less. This is Proverbs 3:7. It says, "Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Most High Yahweh and depart from evil." Now, for generations, they've gone about professing that they're all about the Holy Scriptures. Christians, we stand for family values, etc., etc., etc. All right. They've taken this crap on throughout the world, all right, along with promoting democracy. But in later years, people are starting to see, well, that was just a facade. That was something that they chose to project. But the real thing is, no. They see the dark undersides of that, which is the truth. And people are beginning to, you know what? Hey, Revelation 17 is part of that hating the whore, all right? And what's eventually going to happen, all right, more and more information is coming out just how wicked this devil is. But see, our people, we've been trying to, hey, our life should have been an example for all, but no. You fell into the propaganda, or fell for the propaganda, that this demon spewed. These people are lazy, etc., etc. When people are finding out more and more, no, you did this on purpose, all right? And they're finding out, well, wait a minute, a lot of what these people are on the highways and byways, and you know, in these garments, when they check out what we're saying, oh crap, you know, and that's not shedding a good light on you. And I'm talking about you Edomites, all right? Again, Proverbs 3:7, be not wise in thine own eyes, fear the Most High Yahweh, and that's the big problem right there. There's no fear. Christianity in and of itself does not teach you to fear. Not at all. That's why you have a lot of these things in the churches. They allow these things to be preached when they're not even supposed to get through the door. Alright? Fear the Most High Yahweh and depart from evil. Not embrace it and spread it. No, abhor means what? Or depart, I'm sorry. Alright? Let's go to Amos 5. All this hate. But what do the scriptures say? Alright? Not what you say, what do the scriptures say? Alright? Amos 5 and 15. It says, hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate. And that's the thing that's sorely lacking. Judgment, proper judgment. Alright? It may be that the Most High Yahweh, the power of hosts, will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. And that's who we're all and only concerned with, the remnant of Joseph. Alright? Wow. So here we are. Let me go back to this now. Where you've got, let's look at this again. Don't even want the man buried. I mean, the man is dead, alright, but still they want to rub it in, alright. This is like schoolyard shit, alright, when you in grade school and shit. I mean, it's so hey. But see, this goes back also to this push for the last several years of pulling down these statues and all this. All right. Again, here's what we're talking about. House Democrats introduced bill to bar twice impeached former presidents from burial at Arlington National Cemetery. All right. He got acquitted for inciting, for January 6th of this year, for that so-called, that riot, that insurrection. He wiggled out of another one earlier. All right. So they're mad. All right. As noted right here, Trump lawyer says impeachment managers failed miserably and manufactured evidence. All right. Oh man, this is just sour grapes. And again, from the onset, I'm letting everybody know I'm not a fan of this guy. Of none of them. Alright? I'm just stating what should be obvious to everyone. This has been a vendetta. Alright? Because he was not with all these shenanigans. Alright? This LGBT crap, and which we all know now that BLM, Black Lives Matter, is just a front for them. Alright? Again, if you've been paying attention. And a lot of people happen to see. No comments. Wow. Like I said, this just came over the wire, so let's see. On Wednesday, let's see. Anyway, Trump lawyer said Illinois Republican Representative Mary Miller slammed the bill for its apparent obsession with Trump. He got a point. It said, it seems as though no matter where he is buried, he will be living forever in your minds. Nothing says unity like a bill targeting one person. On Wednesday, Trump did not definitively say whether or not he's seeking a White House bid in 2024. I won't say yet, but we have tremendous support. I'm looking at poll numbers that are through the roof, he said during an interview with Newsmax. All right. Wow. Look what I got here with, let's see if I can blow this up. But anyway, here we go. It says the Republican Club puzzle. You see him there with Teddy Roosevelt, Richard Nixon, Abe Lincoln, Ronald Reagan, Baby Bush here, Elder Bush, Ford, and I can't tell who that is in the back. Let's see. But anyway, and some others around here. But yeah, there's Eisenhower. So yeah, what can you say? What can you say? All right, they are after this guy. Well, let's get back to the scriptures, because in light of this, we know that, like I said, he came out too straightforward. He let you know what he was thinking, and they couldn't handle it. They, this whole political thing has to do with speaking in codes and all that. One of my last videos, I went into that. This is Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes. Remember, I just read Proverbs 3 and 7. And prudent in their own sight. Woe unto them that are mighty to drink wine, and men of strength to mingle strong drink, which justify the wicked for a reward, as these politicians, and take away the righteousness of the righteous from him. Who would want to live in these conditions? The answer should be no one. Alright, verse 24, and here's the consequence. It says, therefore as the fire devoureth the stubble, and the flame consumeth the chaff, so their root shall be as rottenness, and their blossoms shall go up as dust, because they have cast away the law of the Most High Yahweh, the Lord of hosts, and despised the word of the Holy One of Israel. There you go. There's consequences of this. And that's what these churches do not address. They want to go along to get along. All right. This is going to be, as soon as it loads, you know what? This is Malachi. Hold on. Let's see. 2. This is Malachi chapter 2, verse 17. It says, ye have wearied the Most High Yahweh with your words, yet ye say, wherein have we wearied him? When ye say, everyone that doeth evil is good in the sight of the Most High Yahweh, and he delighteth in them. Or where is the Most High, the power of judgment? And that's their take on what they think, all right, this is all about. Because this has nothing and never has had anything to do with the nation of Edom. They are the wicked. And you have to question the so-called pastors, all right, that were set up in our communities to keep our people from not knowing who they truly are. All right. You should know that this is your enemy. It has been, always will be. From the womb to the tomb, as they say. And you're going to go to his schools, his theological seminaries, or cemeteries, as the apostle puts it. You're going to trust what this devil has to say about what is actually your book. And from what I just stated, you can see how our people have been twisted all backwards. All right. They finally pulled up, but this is going back to Proverbs. this man, they don't want any chance for him to be able to come back because, again, he represents, at least in their eyes, be a man. All right? They don't want that energy out there. This is Proverbs chapter 24, verse 24. He that said unto the wicked, thou art righteous, him shall the people curse. Nations shall abhor him. And that's why I made reference to Revelation 17 chapter, verses 15 and 16. You know, they shall hate the whore, and what's going to happen as a result? We're going to turn them missiles on her. All right? Nations shall abhor him. Think of the Middle East. You know, they've been doing that. They don't want democracy over there because they know it comes with it. The women are all out of order, and from that you got all kinds of chaos. All right. Now we go to Timothy, and this all at the end of the day is prophecy. All right. Prophecy, prophetic. And it's coming to light. This is 2 Timothy chapter 3. Let's see. Start at the top. It says, to know difficult times will come. As the heading, it says, this know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, and you're seeing a lot of that now, truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, especially now, traitors, heady, high-minded, pride, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of the Most High, having a form of godliness but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. And our people in these churches can't see that. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins. Again, these churches led away with diverse lusts, ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. In specific, I mentioned earlier these theological seminaries. You go to your enemy to try to learn about your power, your God. Alright, skipping on down, let's see. Well, that's basically it. Let's go to, yeah, that's really all I had. Wow, I thought I had more, but no. They want to ban this man from being there. Well, he pissed off a lot of these degenerates. There's no other way to say it. They do not want this man back in office. Alright. So, yeah, that's all all the time I'm gonna spend on this. Wow. Call all your hour, ship me hours.